Alright, time to check in on the European leagues, where almost every country has now finished the regular season. August is playoff time in Europe. It's the first place in the world where champions are crowned for the summer. So if October is too far away for you and you want to see championship baseball now, Europe is where you need to be watching. They're on a 2-week break now for the U23 European Championships, but they'll be back next week. Not all of them live stream their games though. I'll be sure to mention which ones do along the way. One thing about European baseball I don't like is that every league is dominated by one or two teams. The same teams year after year after year. Could this be the year those teams are dethroned and a fresh new face appears at the top? Maybe. But those same dominant teams are looking pretty good right now. Hoping for some huge upsets to shake things up. Don't always know which teams to root for in Europe, but it's easy to know which teams to root against. If you like hearing about baseball around the world and you haven't done so already, please subscribe to this channel and come back every week. If you like this particular video, like, comment, and share. If you have any ideas for a future video, leave your suggestion in the comments. Let's get things started with the Dutch League, the Honkbal Hoofdklasse. One round of the playoffs is already done. 4 teams remain. In the regular season, Curaçao Neptunus led the way at 37-5. They are the reigning Holland Series champions and have won it a league record 20 times. Followed by HCAW at 32-10. HCAW won the 2022 Holland Series and were runner-up last year. Those two earned a first-round bye for the playoffs, going straight to the semis. Quite a gap between second and third. Oosterhout Twins were 24-17. Fourth place, Amsterdam Pirates 22-20. Pirates won the 2023 Holland Series. They and Neptunus were the big two of Dutch baseball, but they've been slipping lately, and HCAW has taken their place. At 5th and 6th, the last two playoff spots went to Hoofddorp Pioneers and Corendon Kinheim. UVV and RCH Penguins, out. In the quarterfinals, Twins had no problem, a 2-game sweep over Kinheim by the scores of 11-1 and 10-4. In the other quarterfinal, Amsterdam swept Hoofddorp in 2 games, 6-1 and 5-2. So, all ready for the semis, Neptunus versus Amsterdam and HCAW versus Oosterhout. Both series are best of 5 starting on Thursday, August 14th. See it all on the KNBSB YouTube channel. All playoff games are live streamed there. No commentary in the quarterfinal games, but I know the last few years they've had English commentary for the Holland Series. Might have that for the semifinals too. Neptunus has got the best pitching. Former MLB pitcher Sharon Martiz, now 38, was 12-2 with a 1.55 ERA this year, and he's not even their best pitcher. Tom DeBlock was 11-0 with a 0.78 ERA in 81 innings. But HCAW's got the hitting. Marnix Rubin topped the league with a 10.48 OPS and a 4.11 batting average. His teammate Delano Salasa was second in those categories, 972 OPS, batted .391. That's why Neptunus and HCAW are 1-2 in the league. I'm guessing we'll see a rematch between those two in the Holland Series. In the Italian League, Serie A1, the playoffs are underway. 30 teams in Serie A1, 16 made the playoffs, and after the first round, only 8 remain. In the regular season, the best 8 teams from a year ago were all placed in Group A, all guaranteed a spot in the playoffs. Parma, the 2024 Italian Series champions, led the way at 22-6, followed by San Marino 19-9, and Unipolsai Fortitudo Bologna 16-12. Those 3 are the big 3 of Italian baseball. Parma won it last year, Bologna 2 years ago, San Marino 3 years ago. Every year those 3 are the top 3, and this year was no exception. 4-8, Macerata, Nettuno, BSC Grosseto, BBC Grosseto, and Reggio Emilia. Like I said, all teams guaranteed a playoff spot. They were playing for seeding only. Group B was topped by Codogno at 14-6. Milano grabbed the other spot at 12-8. Group C, Ronchi 14-6. Verona 11-9. Group D, Crosetta 11-1. Collecchio 9-3. No one else really had a chance in that group. Group E, Modena 13-6, and Athletics Bologna 13-7. Playoffs started a couple weeks ago. 7 of the 8 series were 2-game sweeps. Parma destroyed Athletics Bologna 6-0 and 18-2. Reggio Emilia cruised past Codogno in 2 games. Macerata had no problem with Verona. Nettuno swept Modena, but it wasn't so easy. 7-2 and 8-5. Had to come from behind in Game 2. Nettuno is the winningest club in Italian baseball history, but hasn't done so well lately. BSC Grosseto swept Ronchi. The only non-sweep, Bologna needed 3 games to take care of Collecchio. Lost the first game 2-1, but won the next 2, both by the score of 6-1. San Marino annihilated Milano 14-2 and 23-0. and BBC Grosseto swept Crosetta. 8 teams remain. In the quarterfinals, it'll be Bologna versus BSC Grosseto, BBC Grosseto versus San Marino, Reggio Emilia versus Parma, and Nettuno versus Macerata. Catch all the games on FIBS Channel Live. Game 1 for all those series is next Tuesday. Czech Baseball Extra Liga has just finished the regular season. Playoffs start next weekend. Draží Brno, 25-time champions, 3-time defending champions. They topped the regular season standings at 24-11. But Eros Ostrava was just 1 game behind. Draží has won the Czech Series 6 of the last 9 years. The team that won it the other 3, Eros. But I wouldn't call Draží and Eros the big 2 in Extra Liga. I'd call Draží the big 1. Eros has struggled lately. 2 years ago they had to play in the relegation round. But now Eros are back. And Draží winning the regular season by a narrow margin is not a new thing. They never really dominate the regular series. Last year they tied for first. But they're always the best team in the playoffs. Draží Brno, last year's Czech Series runner-up, was third. 1 game out of second, 2 games out of first. Třebíč Nuclears, love that name. 1 game out of third, 3 games out of first. And those are the 4 playoff teams. 5th place, Sokol Hluboka, had a rough start. Finished strong, but just missed it. 1 game behind Třebíč. Eagles Praha, Kotlarka Praha, and Sabat Praha, all the same city, all finished way back. Eagles used to be pretty good. I don't know what happened to them. Those 4 teams are in the relegation round. In the semifinals, it'll be Draží versus Třebíč and Eros versus Rossi. The 2 best-of-5 series start next Friday, the 15th. Extra Liga uses a paid streaming service, Baseball Czech TV. You can get a monthly subscription, about $12, so that would cover the semis and the Czech Series. Not free, but very reasonable. Former AAA catcher Martin Cervenka, now with Kotlarka Praha, dominated the league's hitting once again. Led the league in batting, home runs, OPS, WAR, but Kotlarka's in the relegation round. Top hitter in the semifinals will be Max Tracy, league leader in RBI and stolen bases, second in WAR. Rossi's got all the best pitching though. Jefferson Lopez led all Extra Liga pitchers in wins and strikeouts. Matthew Malconian had the lowest ERA and the lowest WHIP. If pitching wins titles, we could see a new champion this year. The German Baseball League, formerly known as Baseball Bundesliga, they rebranded for this season. Both the North and South Division regular seasons finished at the end of July. 4 teams remain. In the North, the defending champion Bonn Capitals cruised with a record of 20-4. They, along with the Hamburg Steelers, will be in the semifinals. The Steelers, I'm pretty sure named after Hamburglar, the McDonald's character, were 16-8. Paderborn Untouchables, usually second in the North. Last year they made it to the championship series. They were 12-12 this year and missed the playoffs for the first time in a while. Cologne Cardinals 10-14, Hunstetten 2-22, also done for the year. In the South, much like the North, no doubt who the best 2 teams were. Legionar Regensburg 25-5, Heidenheim Heideköpf 22-8 are the semifinalists. Regensburg has not won a league title since 2013, despite consistently being one of the top teams year after year. Heidenheim won 6 of the last 10 championships, most recently in 2023. The rest of the South, Gauting and Stuttgart Reds, over 500 but 5 and 6 games out respectively. Mainz Athletics 8-22, Munich Hard Disciples 2-28. Rough year for those 2. Best of 5 semifinal round starts next Saturday, August 16th. Bonn vs. Heidenheim and Regensburg vs. Hamburg. Each series will take place over 2 weekends. Bonn Capitals and Hamburg Steelers stream all their home games live on their official YouTube channel. In the North, Terrell Charles Joyce, an American outfielder for the Bonn Capitals, led the league in batting and OPS. Hamburg Steelers have got outfielder Mike Emke. He had a North-leading .526 on base percentage and second in OPS. And the 2 best pitchers in the North come from those 2 teams. Former AAA pitcher Marcus Solbach of Bonn led the league with a 0.87 ERA. Steelers got Venezuelan pitcher Ivan Gustavo Andueza Alvarez, second in ERA, first in strikeouts. Heidenheim catcher and third baseman William Germain, a Canadian, led the league in OPS. Heidenheim outfielder Sean Larry led the DBL with a .610 on base percentage. Heidenheim pitcher Logan Hoffman, another Canadian, led the DBL with a 0.77 ERA. Regensburg hitting is led by Simon Baumer, and pitching is led by Christian Pedro. If you were hoping to catch some of the Spanish Baseball League this summer, sorry to tell you, you're too late. If you want to see a replay of the championship series, sorry to tell you, there wasn't one. For the second year in a row, no playoff, just a regular season and a winter stage. A playoff really wasn't necessary. Tenerife Marlins dominated the regular season at 18-0, outscoring their opponents 242-30. Four other teams moved on to the winners stage: Astros Valencia, San Anasio, Sant Boi, and Pamplona. The other five went to the losers stage. In the winners stage, Marlins remained perfect at 16-0, outscoring the rest of the league's top five 189-41, 34-0 for the season. For that, they were awarded the league title, their sixth in the last 7 years, ninth in the last 12. Astros Valencia are the only other team to win a Spanish league title in the last 12 years. In the French League, Division 1, the regular season ended a couple weeks ago. Rouen Huskies have won 8 of the last 9 French League titles, including 2024. The only time they didn't win it in that time was 2023. That was won by the Montpellier Barracudas. Those two topped the league at 20-8. Look at the runs scored and runs allowed on the right, almost the same. The top 6 are in the playoffs, but no schedule is out yet. You can watch the French playoffs anytime the Rouen Huskies are at home, on their YouTube channel. And that's all for the top leagues in Europe. Also in Europe, Switzerland's final series between the Teruel Flyers and Zurich Barracudas kicks off this weekend. Austria, Belgium, and Sweden also have playoffs this month, so there will be plenty to talk about when those are all done. But that'll be all for this one. Until next time, this is Baseball International. See ya.